Hello everybody, I am Mike from the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike podcast, and I am back with another one of these front row live music reaction, analysis, commentary videos, and I am back in the wonderful world of Elvis Presley with a performance from 1970 of 20 Days and 20 Nights. As is often the case, I have never heard this song before that I know of, and I've certainly never seen this performance, so this will be a pure, true and honest first-time reaction. As always, I appreciate feedback, whether that be through email at rewatchprojectpodcast@gmail.com. And I would like to say thank you to those who have emailed me recently with some suggestions. I will be getting back to you soon and covering off some of those. And also, you can leave comments on the YouTube channel as well. And I am very much appreciating the interactions I'm having with you, the rather wonderful fan base of said king of rock and roll. Quick reminder or PSA for those who maybe are watching this channel for the first time: I do talk over the videos, I do pause them, that's just how I react to them. Apologies if that is not to your taste, but I would suggest that if you have not heard this song before or seen this performance, that you do go and watch it in its entirety before I talk all over it here. I would also encourage you to check out the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike, the audio podcast that shares this feed, where my wife Hannah and I go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, in addition to the other film, TV and music and general pop culture goodness that shares this channel. But anyway, enough talk. Let's watch and listen to 20 Days and 20 Nights from 1970, performed by the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Let's go.
I got to explain to you something. We had to learn like 50 songs for this show. We were supposed to learn 50 songs. We only learned 5. So we were short about 45 songs. Anyway, this is one of them that we don't know.
I love this guy's sense of humor. You know, on the one hand, you know, he is a superhero. He is Superman. He is Evel Knievel. You know, he is Zeus. But he's also, you know, really human and, you know, fallible and mortal and relatable. It's a really interesting kind of dichotomy that you see with Elvis.
Left my home up in the hills, far behind me. Left my wife with unpaid bills. She can't find me.
He looks great in this performance.
Trying out the world for size, but find that it's not paradise, it's lonely. Whoa, now for 20 days and 20 nights I've been alone, and that ain't right. Without her, city ways are strange to me, and I can't take it.
These slow builds that he does during these performances, because, you know, I mean, when you're playing with a band, you know, like a 5 or 6 piece rock and roll band, there's only so many levels of dynamics that you can achieve. But because of the scope of this band, apologies for the noise outside, by the way, there are so many different tiers that he can go, and he really knows how to play that. I've talked before about how the way that Elvis uses the orchestra is a little bit like driving a Rolls Royce off-road. You know, it's this idea of taking this stately, conservative thing and making it rock and roll, you know. So we hear the strings come in slightly, and then we hear the vocals come in, and it's just, it's so incremental. You know, although these were live performances, they're great to listen to on headphones as well, because you can really lose yourself in the soundscape of it. And of course, at the center of it is this incredible, vulnerable, but powerful, you know, that dichotomy again, that contrast, human voice.
For it's not like it ought to be, and I can't make it. I've gotta face the truth one day. A man can't always run away from trouble. Oh, now for 20 days and 20 nights I've been a fool, and that ain't right.
Beautiful strings.
Without her.
Oh, his backing vocals.
One day soon I'm going back. I've been out of line and off the track, but that's behind me. I fooled around and did it well. I just couldn't ring the bell without her.
The way as well that he uses his body, you know, in the same way that guitarists might bend the neck of their guitar or shake the guitar to get a certain sound or vibrato. You see him doing that with his body. It's incredible. It really is an instrument.
Oh, it's taken 20 days and 20 nights to prove me wrong and make her right. 20 days and 20 nights, I was wrong and she was right. All alone. And I miss her. Oh, how 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 I miss her. Hang on, baby.
He's conducting. You really do see a lot of his personality in performances from this era. The fact that they are a little under-rehearsed, I think really adds to it. You know, you can see how he works with the band on stage. And the song itself's got this beautiful kind of coastal, Glenn Campbell, kind of Jimmy Webb, great pop sound to it that really just suits his voice tremendously well. And, you know, Elvis doesn't do anything showy, but he's very solid throughout this as well. And just, I think this is a great example of that symbiotic relationship that Elvis would have with his band as well. And yeah, I really like this one. I really love the strings and I really love the backing vocals on this as well, and some gorgeous twangy guitar. What a great song. And there's just endless just diamonds out there. And I feel so lucky. I mean, I've said before that with things like TV shows and back catalogues of artists that I love, I always talk about how, you know, I almost wish that I could be hypnotized to forget them so I could go back and discover them for the first time. And I get the feel, it's almost, that's what I feel like I'm doing here with Elvis. I feel like I'm getting to experience this rich catalogue of performances and films and songs and recordings and biographical information, just this kind of universe almost of life and experience and art and entertainment for the first time. And it's just great that I'm almost kind of glad that I hadn't really discovered him before, so I can enjoy this and share this with you, the viewer. So please get in touch and let's continue this conversation. And a reminder to check out the Rewatch Project of Hannah and Mike audio podcast, and also the other film, TV and music, general pop culture goodness that shares this channel. I'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.